right around, like right down the street from
17-year-old male victim was found.
17-year-old male in the lake.
There it was, the car that had been pushed into the water. Over the next few days, police began to connect the dots. After conducting further inquiries, they figured out all 3 victims had been friends, and so the cases had to be connected.
So they all the 12-year-old little nigga, the 15 and the 2 15-year-old little niggas all riding around town robbing niggas with 2 white girls and a white boy. The 12-year-old nigga out of nowhere, he just shoot the white boy in the head. Don't nobody know why. Then he point the gun at the other little nigga and make him shoot the little girl in the head. Then they looked at the other white girl and said, well, we gotta kill you too, cause you gonna snitch on us.
These exotic boys, smoke exotic ops. You ain't heard about murder boys, we got exotic glocks. Tied to pull up real fast, with a lot of shots. Bitch, I'm feeling just like Mac, I got a lot of guap.
Mula gang, the title of this video right here is disturbing as on Phone Grade. I don't want to watch it, but I know y'all probably want to see it, so I'ma watch it for y'all. So just go ahead and smash the thumbs up button for me being a team player on Bro Grade. What y'all on though, man? Make sure y'all smash that thumbs up button, that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, follow your boy on Instagram, follow your boy on Twitch, and subscribe to the rest of my channels, man. The links is in the description. Skate. Yeah, I got 2K, I got my main channel. I got a lot of going, a lot of brewing in the pot off of the grade in the description right now. So make sure y'all go down there right now. My GTA RP channel is down there too. We turned up off of my vlog channel, my Mula membership channel. We going bigger than big, man. So please don't sleep and do not tweak on me when it comes to the rest of my channels. So now we finna jump straight into this video. I got my thonky at the ready. Full thonky, half a thonky off of the grade. So let's get into it.
8 p.m. Thursday, March 30th, 2023. Marion County Sheriff's deputies are called to Southeast 183rd Avenue Road in the Forest Lakes Park area to reports that 4 or 5 gunshots went off outside of a residential property, followed by a car hitting a dumpster. Upon arrival, police were met with a concerned resident who would further by a car was that 4 or 5 gunshots went off outside of a residential property, followed by a car hitting a dumpster. Upon arrival, police were met with a concerned resident who would further explain that the car in question, a white sedan, had fled the area after a male had jumped in the driver's seat. What the concerned resident didn't know, however, was the fact that a 16-year-old girl was fighting for her life just yards from where she was standing by that dumpster. The girl, later identified as Layla Silvernail, was discovered by police just moments after speaking with the witness. Again, she was found in a pool of her own blood after being shot in the head, but or not, she still had a pulse. She would soon be taken to a local hospital and received urgent surgery before eventually being put on life support. But when news emerged that Layla would be brain moving forward, the decision was made to switch the life support machine off. At around 8 a.m. the following day,
I ain't gonna lie, nobody deserve to live like that, bro. Just let her go ahead and be with God, man. On Phone Grade. That up though. Why would a little girl, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they first said it, I'm thinking like, okay, it sound like somebody just called one of the ops. They probably young as you know what I'm saying? But I think she said he was a 15-year-old little white girl in Florida. Like, why would you do a drive-by on her and knock her down and blast her in the head like that? I don't understand.
31st, 2023. Marion County Sheriff's deputies responded to reports that a male had been found on Southeast 90 March 31st, switched the life support machine off. At around 8 a.m. the following day,
the following day, nigga, 8 a.m. in the morning the next day.
31st, 2023. Marion County Sheriff's deputies responded to reports that a male had been found dead on Southeast 94th Street and Southeast 88th Court by some children who had been walking to school. When deputies arrived at the scene, that's exactly what they were met with. The boy, currently unnamed in the media, but is believed to be around 17 years old, had been found with gunshot wounds laying in a ditch by the side of the road. I was walking to the bus stop to go to school with my brother, and I found the guy. He wasn't breathing. He was laying on his side and was wearing a black hoodie, black shirt, black pants, and black shoes. He had the hoodie over his head, and he had a black mask over his face. I couldn't see his face. You could only see his eyes. There were no obvious signs of bullet wounds that I could see. It's sad and I was scared. My brother called the police and spoke to them. At that time, it was unclear if police had connected the dots and married the two events. But from the outside looking in, it looked as if a crazed murderer was on the loose. Some didn't want to believe it, but maybe, just maybe, a serial killer was on the hunt for young teens. A day
Right.
later, those fears would only grow. At
A
around
day later?
12:40 p.m. on Saturday, April 1st, police made their way to a lake in the area of Malaluka Loop, a Malaluka Loop trait. A rough 10-mile
This is
drive.
3 bodies in 3 days, y'all. 3 bodies in 3 days. All niggas in high school. The little girl was like 15. The little boy was like 17. And now they talking about another body got found in the lake. Right around, like, right down the street from...
17-year-old male victim was found.
17-year-old male in the lake?
There it was, the car
What
that had been to the first shooting. That car, believe it or not, was owned by none other than Layla Silvernail, the first victim. Police had received intel from a member of the public about the vehicle and wanted to trace it in relation to
And
that
they
first
said, and whoever did it used the same car as the first victim. So that the little girl, the body that they found, the girl that they got shot in the head, her car was found at the third victim's crime scene. So I think that's what made the police be like, oh, we got some crazy going on. And then, you know, this like a quiet suburb. It ain't like it's normal to just wake up and see a body. Like, you get what I'm saying?
shooting. So when they found it partially submerged in the lake, it was clear someone was trying to hide evidence. You won't believe what officers found upon a further search of the vehicle. That's right, another body. 16-year-old Camille Qualls was discovered by police.
Another 16-year-old little white
He'd been
girl
shot dead before the car was pushed into the water. Over the next few days, police began to connect the dots. After conducting further inquiries, they figured out all three victims had been friends, and so the cases had to be connected.
Hold on, y'all, before we get back into the video, because we finna get right back into it, I gotta tell y'all about the Mula membership. The Mula membership is a website that I started a few years ago. Since I started this website, I have been able to put on so many of y'all, and I want you to be the next person to get put on. I'm gonna give you instructional videos, step-by-step instructions. I'm literally giving you lessons out weekly, daily, for you to understand these different categories. We talking about business, financial literacy, credit, crypto, we talking about stocks, we talking about Amazon, we talking about drop shipping, we talking about YouTube. I'm literally giving you the gems to be a boss, the gems to be a successful entrepreneur in 2023. So this is all you have to do. Click the link in the description, sign up right now for the low price of $50 a month, bro. $50 a month. You're gonna get access to a one-on-one help with me. You're gonna get access to my group chats where my experts worldwide work around the clock, 24/7, to make sure you have the best stock and crypto call-outs. That means all you gotta do is buy the same stocks and cryptos that I'm buying and make some of all this bread. Very simple, very easy. On bro, okay, stop waiting. Stop procrastinating. Click the first link in the description right now, especially if you want to be a boss. And if you dead serious, man, if you want to put that work in and get that money on, I'm talking about that easy money on, click that link in the description, shorty, right now, because we only got 2,000 spots, and I would hate to see you be missed out. Skate.
Last Thursday night,
all
my officers...
Many in the media began to wrongly label the case the work of a serial killer. The sheriff's department would quickly shut down those reports, stating that the evidence pointed towards all victims being within the car before their bodies had been dumped across the town. This wasn't the work of a serial killer, rather gang activity. Over the course of the rough week-long investigation, police had 3 suspects they were chasing. 17-year-old Robert Robinson, aka Reaper, 16-year-old Taj Bruton, and 12-year-old Christopher Atkins, aka 3-5. Evidence from one of the victims' phones showed the suspects and at least one of the victims toting firearms, which suggested that this victim had been a part of the gang. Although there were no photographs of the other 2 victims, police say they were connected to the gang in some way, but to what extent wasn't specifically given.
So they said it wasn't a serial killer. They said it was gang activity because they found a because they seen a picture with one of the victims holding a gun with another nigga. Do that make sense to y'all? That don't make no sense to me. Maybe I'm tweaking. Juveniles arrested for homicide. Oh, so that's him. That's the little boy. It's 12. That's a 12-year-old little boy. What the y'all got going on? Marion County, Florida. That sound like the suburb country in, man. What the f? lie, a lot of y'all kids just stupid. Like, I'm just keeping a $150 with you. Like, you dumb enough to catch a body on 3 little girls, 2 little girls, and like a little boy gang. That ain't no gang activity. That's some stupid shit. You shooting little girls in the head while they driving the car. What the is going on, man? Take your little goofy to school and do something. Play 2K or something. And what's crazy was the 12-year-old said less than some of you niggas be from the grown niggas.
This is how it goes. What is it? Camera.
Come on, what is this? Y'all niggas be. I looked at that nigga and he ain't, maybe he might not did, he did something stupid. Look at that nigga hair. What the f? Like a bunch of spiders up there.
Just the way it is, man. Yeah. That's all I just tell you. That's not what it is. It's going to the news.
He talking tight. Y'all niggas be slow. Lord, you can look at that nigga face still. He just slow in a motherfucking box of got me all on the news and shit. Yeah, you got arrested for. See, some of you niggas, see, I be looking like, this what I be saying. Like, a lot of times where I just look, this is why I don't really talk to people. Because you just look at a motherfucker and you could just tell that he just don't understand. Like, he just slow. Like, folks, you on some, like, you probably rode the short bus type. You slow than a motherfucker. Like, what you not understanding, gang? You just killed 2 little girls, 2 little white girls in the suburbs, and a little white boy for no reason. And they talking about gang activity. Sir, I don't think the 14-year-old little white girl was in no gang. Now, I might be wrong. Y'all might just have some different going on in Florida. I don't know. But this ain't what you see every day. And he too slow to understand, like, this nigga on talking about, what is this? Sir, what the you think it is? Try to act like you ain't never seen this before. Y'all niggas, man, listen, man. Look at his face. He think he cool as right now. He think whatever. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I'm gonna say everybody about this. Slow as hell, boy. You have a lot of stories, but you ain't getting out that motherfucker. I promise you that. Maybe because he's juvenile, he might get juvenile life. Yeah. I doubt it. 3 bodies is crazy. But man,
Robert had been in jail at the time police were hunting for him, as he had been involved in a separate armed robbery case, and so they already had at least one of their.
And the other nigga in jail already for a robbery.
Christopher would be tracked down to his home address, whilst Taj fled and went on the run. When Robert and Christopher were brought in for questioning, they would go on to tell police exactly what happened. According to their police statements, they had initially been with the 3 victims, not Taj, on March 30th, where they smoked drugs, committed burglaries, and robbed cars. And at around 6:30 p.m, the group would go on to set up a robbery via Snapchat. From what we know of that robbery, it's that an unidentified male agreed to buy a firearm from one of the people in the group. When the unidentified male would meet up with them, he got into Layla's car and he produced $240 in cash for said firearm. And as he did so, both Robert and Christopher robbed him at gunpoint after smacking him with their guns. The robbery victim managed to run from the scene.
And they said, oh, so this is what y'all got going on? So they talking about all 3 victims was together robbing niggas and breaking in cribs. So the 14-year-old little white girl, the 15-year-old little white girl, and a 17-year-old little white boy, and these 3 niggas, all, man, what the fuck? How do you even get caught for that? Like, how slow do you gotta be? How do you get caught for robbing somebody in the car? Please explain.
As he did so, one of the pair fired a shot, narrowly missing him. Next on the agenda was a planned robbery of a weed dealer, and so the 5 picked up Taj Bruton for extra manpower. All 6 were now present in the car, and so you've got an understanding of how the car was laid out. You had the eventual murder victim in the front passenger seat. Layla had been in the driver's seat. The three suspects, Taj, Robert, and Christopher, were all in the back, whilst Camille had been in the trunk. She opted to sit there. At some point after picking Taj up, Christopher told investigators that Robert, out of nowhere, pulled out a firearm and shot the male sitting in the front, adding, but forced him to shoot Layla. He said he would kill me and my family if I didn't shoot her. But what about Camille then? Because she was still alive, she was going to snitch on all of us. We was all going to go to jail for life. Robert admitted to investigators that he shot Camille.
So they all the 12-year-old little nigga, the 15 and the two 15-year-old little niggas, all riding around town, robbing niggas with two white girls and a white boy. The 12-year-old nigga out of nowhere, he just shoot the white boy in the head. Don't nobody know why. Then he point the gun at the other little nigga and make him shoot the little girl in the head, the little 15-year-old girl in the head. Then they looked at the other white boy and said, oh, the other white girl, and said, well, we gotta kill you too, because you gonna snitch on us. And this is why I be saying, folks, y'all niggas, like, I don't know this is why I always say what I say in these videos, because I know a lot of young niggas watch this. This ain't cool. This is stupid. I know a lot of young niggas watch me, and you hear me, that's cool and everything, but don't think that this is right here is cool. This is stupid, okay? Now, if I ain't perfect Patty, goddamn. I ain't finna sit and act like I wasn't robbing niggas when I was 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. You feel me? Now, I wasn't the neighborhood robber, but I robbed my handful of niggas, like, you feel me, in my lifetime type shit. Was it stupid? Yeah, but I did it. So I don't encourage it, but at least it make a little sense. You broke. He not. Take his money. Now he broke and you not. It makes sense. But just to start going off on niggas and doing all that goofy shit is just overkill. And there's no type of nothing that you can wrap your head around that will make that shit make sense. That was the goofiest, lamest, goofiest, dumb shit. And I feel like niggas be doing that because they want to be cool so goddamn bad. And the whole world tell y'all young niggas that you gotta catch a body, shoot a nigga, or rob a nigga to be cool. I'm not cool because I robbed a nigga, gang. I'm cool because I was able to become a millionaire by 23 and live on my own and take care of my people and do what I want to do when I want to do it and go on first class flights and that is cool. You don't get that from blicking white girls in the head for no reason and robbing niggas all day. That ain't cool. Then y'all talking about y'all robbing a nigga for $240. It's 6 of y'all. That's like $60 a piece. Not even that. It's like $45. Like, what the f*** what are we doing?
Because he feared that he would end up going to jail because she would come forward to police to tell them what happened. Police have admitted they don't at this moment understand why the shots were fired, and days on,
I don't
still
either.
Isn't clear. Either way, both Christopher and Robert would go on to be charged in relation to the triple homicide. What about Taj then? Well, after going on the run for a few days, law enforcement would eventually catch up with him, and he was charged for carjacking with a firearm, aggravated assault, grand theft of a motor vehicle, fleeing or attempting to elude a law enforcement officer, and tampering with an electronic monitoring device. Although he hasn't initially been charged.
So he wasn't charged with the murder, is what they saying.
Police say they do expect further charges to emerge as the investigation continues to develop.
Right. That's the end? Oh, shit. What the fuck? I guess the third little boy ain't get charged because, you feel me, he technically ain't kill nobody type shit. Like, he technically ain't blick nobody down. You feel me? So you can't charge a nigga with murder. But like they said, they gonna charge his ass with something. He gonna get accessory or something. Like, you ain't finna just walk scotch-free after you killed 3 white boys and 2 white girls and a white boy that you was robbing niggas with. It's so much wrong with what I just heard. Y'all niggas be safe, be smooth. You feel me? And don't be kicking around none of these stupid goofy people that just do goofy, stupid shit all day, folk. Cause you gonna end up like folk. I imagine you went, y'all, everybody cooling, y'all just robbing people. I ain't saying it's good, you feel me? But, you know, everybody just walk around robbing motherfuckers. Next day, you know, you get blicked in the head randomly by a motherfucker that you... Like, what is we doing, folks?